Hey, what's up? What's up? It is Friday, September 27th, 2024. We have made it to yet another Friday that actually makes me happy. Obviously, hopefully you've got this already. We've talked about this all week. So if you fail to plan, you gotta have a plan. Then you plan to fail. It's probably gonna fail. Most times you're not just gonna luck into something. You're gonna plan into things. You're gonna do the work that it takes. That's the thing about a plan is it's work. There's work that has to be done in that plan. All right. And if not, that's the strategy sets the scene for the tale. I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. We are going to have a journal check today in class, so make sure you have all these things and you are ready to rock and roll for that, okay? If you're like, yo, I'm not here, or this and that, whatever the case is, then you can turn this in. You can scan everything as a PDF and turn it in online. No problem. Just make sure that you scan as few pages as possible, so when you open your agenda, scan 2 pages at once. So one whole week would be one scan and one whole week would be another scan. All you have to do is take your phone from going like this, turn your phone like that when you're scanning, and you'll be able to scan 2 pages at once, okay? No big deal. Other than that, I'm going to check it inside of class. Let's keep it moving. As you can see, everything on here is all the notes that you should have included in your journal checks, all the notes and all the things you should have included. Let's keep it going. And I guess I let me go back one. I'll just say, if you start at probably interactivity number 6 and go forward, I think that's about the order. Okay. Cool. Let's go here. So yesterday we did the rough draft. Before we go any further, I do want to ask, does anyone have any questions? If you do, go back. Again, like I said, go back to yesterday's video. I walked through the whole thing step by step. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to read these instructions. So make a copy. So you're going to click the link, make a copy. Then you're going to click here to watch the video if you need to watch the video from yesterday. And then, or if you want to rewatch it for some reason. So then write a rough draft of 5 to 8 sentences. You guys did that in your journal yesterday. Then you're going to type your final draft, and then you're going to submit your final draft, and then also you're going to take a picture of your rough draft and insert that into your final draft. I'll show you all of these things, right? So then you're also going to actually grade a rubric as well. So we're going to walk through all of that stuff right now. So we're going to go and go out of that, go into here, modules, right? So we'll go to modules, boom. And then we're going to go ahead and go to, we're going to go ahead and click on the assignment. And then right here it says click here to make a copy. So we're going to go ahead and make a copy there. And then you're going to say file, make a copy. And then right here where it says last name, first name, you're just going to highlight that. And then over that, you're just going to type your first and last name. So I'm going to say Mr. Farr. Then I'm also going to click this folder. And I'm going to say I want it to go, and since I don't see my science folder, I'm just going to go all locations, my drive, and then there's my science folder, Mr. Farr. I'm going to say select. You see it selected right there. So now I know my CR is going to be saved there. So we're going to go ahead and make a copy. Boom. Now we have our copy of our CER, and you see it has my name there at the top. So if you look at your rough draft from yesterday, which I'm going to pause. I had to go find my rough draft from yesterday, so that's why it was taking me a while. So the girl on the video claims her dad is an alien. She presents several pieces of evidence, and she says proves this. Please review the evidence and make a claim as to whether you believe her about her dad being alien or not is true. So we've already come up with the question, which is awesome. So we're going to go look at this, and it says, is the girl's dad an alien? So I'm just going to go ahead and type that right into here. Whoa. Is, and every class gave this girl a name. Now, if this happens where it's looking like this, right, that means that the text is in white. So that happens sometimes. So I'm going to go, I don't know why it does that. So again, I'm just going to go back to the blue, and then I'm going to go and say, is her, and we gave different names. So I think yesterday, the last one was Sharkeisha. So we're going to go with Felicia this time. Is Felicia's dad an alien? Boom. There we go. So we're good there, okay? So again, you got to type in the name of that you guys named her for each period. I got it on the board. All right, so the claim, right? The claim is Felicia's, and again, you got to go with the claim that you wrote down. So let's look at mine. I said her dad is an alien, so I'm going to go with Felicia's dad is an alien. All right, cool. Then you go to your evidence, right? So I'm just going to use, you could go with 1 if you feel like that is more comfortable for you. I think that's probably the best way. So just put a 1 there. And then let's see, what is our first piece of evidence? He drives a spaceship, so I'll put that. He drives a spaceship. Cool. So I'll go to the next one, 2. And then stares into the night sky. He stares into the night sky. Cool. And then number 3, let's see, what was our third one? He's from Albuquerque, and that was really hard to spell. He says he is from let me make sure I got that. Buquerque. From Albuquerque, New Mexico. So that is exactly how you type that other part. If you've done the rough draft, this first part is mad easy. Then you're going to go ahead and type your whole paragraph. And we talked about how to put together the paragraph. I'm not going to type it right now. But again, put together your paragraph. I would start with the question like, Felicia, right? Felicia believes her, I gotta make sure you get that. Believes her dad is an alien. Ooh, alien. Let's take a look at the evidence. All right, cool. So let's take a look at the evidence, right? And then that would be a nice intro, good topic sentence. Believes her dad's an alien. Let's take a look at the evidence, introing what we're going to talk about, and then now you can start getting all of your sentences, and we wrote those as well. We wrote reasoning sentences, and you'll get those all in there, and then make sure that you restate. Again, restate at the end. Make sure your claim is in there. That is, to me, the best place to put your claim. You could put the claim earlier, but again, I think the best place to put your claim is somewhere towards the end, or like she did in the video, she restated her claim. At the beginning, she said, I have evidence that proves my dad is an alien. At the very end, she said, the evidence does not lie. My dad is an alien, right? So she restated her claim there. So that's a good place to how to do that. Now, on to this part right here, and this is uber important, because if you do not do this part is actually worth 5 points. So if you look at the rubric, so the rubric has many sections. So it has the claim, evidence, the reasoning. It also has, did you insert a rough draft? It has questions, and it has a rubric, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to highlight this section, and if you think your claim is good and answers the question, right, and is accurate based on the data, then you'll just click yellow to highlight it. Then if you're like, oh, my evidence is good, I have this one highlighted, but however, I think my evidence, I'm going to put none there, and then that's going to take away, oh, I gotta highlight that little section and go none. That will take away the highlight. Then I'm going to go here because I believe my evidence is is a 7. So I'm going to put that, boom, right? So, and you'll see how much each section is worth. Is my reasoning good? Did I cite 3 pieces of evidence? Is it accurate? Is it accurate reasoning used? Did I use correct vocabulary? Do I connect the evidence to the claim, right? Do I show accurate understanding of the concept? Also includes the question of the topic of reasoning, and am I including the claim? So is my claim in there? Is my evidence in there? Is my question in that paragraph? If I've shown all of those things in that paragraph, then I would highlight this one and say it's yellow. If I think I only cited 2 pieces of evidence, then I'll highlight this one, 1 piece of evidence, and then obviously if you cite no evidence, you're not getting any points. Now, down here, did I turn in a rough draft? Okay, so you need to highlight, did you turn in a rough draft, and is your rough draft complete? Are all the sections complete? Then you would highlight whichever section that you did. If you did one part of the rough draft, you get 1 point. If you did 2 parts, then you get 3 points. And if you did all 3 parts, then you get the 5 points. All right. The question, do you have a question? Question that comes directly from the prompt of the CER, and the question we have does come directly from that. And again, you'll highlight which one you did. So everyone should be on all yellows for the left-hand column. Then, did you fill out this rubric? Did you fill out this rubric? If you did fill out this rubric, right, completely, and you highlighted each section, then you should highlight there, and then just count up your score. Boom, 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 whatever your score is. And then, so for Mr. Farr, I'm going to be like, you know what? I did everything. I did everything well. Bam. I did that. I did my draft. I'm going to highlight that. Yep, I did that. I'm going to highlight that. I think I did good there. Now my reasoning, because I didn't type that just yet, so I'm gonna be like, I don't know about my reasoning. It's feeling sketchy, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just gonna add up all the points, right? So the total is 35. So I feel like I didn't get everything here, so I'm gonna put myself a 30 out of 35. Okay, so I need to make sure to grade myself. This will let you know, like, yeah, I did good, or I need to fix some things. And if you're scoring yourself low, fix it right now. This is the pre-grade. This is not the final grade. So if you look at your reasoning area and you're like, my reasoning does not look good, I don't got too much in there, then that means you need to type it up and fill it up. If you look at your evidence and only one piece of evidence in there, you need to fix that, right? And that's why I'm having you go back and self-grade, double check, and I'm giving you points for double checking, okay? And so I just want to make sure that you understand that the rubric, grading the rubric, is part of your grade. So that is a mandatory and necessary thing. Now, how to get the picture in there, okay? This is how you would insert a picture of your rough draft. So there's a couple ways to do it. One, you can say insert image right here, right? And you can upload from your computer, right? You could do that. So you could say, oh, I'm just going to upload from my computer. That's what I'm going to do because I actually have it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, CER Alien Data Rough Draft. Boom. So I'm going to insert it right there. And then I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller so it fits more into the text of the thing. But it's cool right there, right? Nice and visible, easy. The other way that you could do this, right? Let's just say you're like, oh, well, I have it on a physical paper. That's cool. Insert, say, image, and then you can go to your camera right there. So literally, I'm going to say allow while visiting this site. That's cool. So I cannot obviously use this because I'm using the camera to record this video. But again, you could just select your camera and you could take a picture there. Also, the other way is use your phone, take the picture, right? And then you can insert it directly into your Google Doc. If you're like, oh, I can't do that. All right, email the picture to yourself. Put the picture on Google Drive, however you want to do it. Again, you could do it any of those ways, but you need to insert, and again, it needs to be a picture. For whatever reason, Google Docs will not let you insert a PDF, or else I'd have that. So take a picture of your rough draft, okay? So for you guys on this one, there should be this right here. This is your rough draft, and then you should take a picture of your written paragraph. So again, I need to see all of your rough draft. Insert that in, and then you'll be good to go to turn this joker in, okay? So that is actually everything that you need to do for today. I just wanted to make sure to go over all of that. Make sure you're good to go. I'm going to give time to type in class. And then there's one last thing that we may or may not get to in today's class. Hold on. All right. I had to change the due date. It said Monday. It's really due today, Friday. So the majority of the rest of the class is going to be for this. So I'm going to do the journal check while people are completing their final draft and typing this up and getting this all in and together. So there's obviously several steps there. And so you're going to have about 20 minutes in class to work. That's about how long it should take if you have your rough draft all completed. And that's what we did again yesterday. So make sure to get that handled. That is due today. Now, all right, so turn to page number 23 in your notebook. Again, turn to page number 23. I got to find my pencil. Okay, so let's just see if we can tease out the question. First thing, though, that you should do is you should put your name right here on the top, because you know if you don't put your name, you're not getting any credit. Mr. Farr, 209. Let's go. Okay, so let's just look. Even though two interacting objects exert equal and opposite forces on each other, which we know that when they collide, right? So how many objects do we have? We have two objects, right? And they are going to collide. Okay, cool. So there's going to be a collision. So these are going to be interacting objects because there's going to be a collision between the two. The movement of each object can be what? It says the object of the movement of each object can be different if the objects if they have different masses. So let's just put all these things. We have two interacting objects. They're going to collide. They have different masses. Okay. The movement of each object can be different. The movement of each object can be different. What do you guys think is the question? That's what we got to try and get out of there. What do you believe is the question? So, if we have two interacting objects that collide, with what? With different masses, will their movement be different? That's the question. I know that's you're like, whoa, what? So again, we had to dig into there and get all these things out in order to try and put it together. So if, and I'm just going to write the question here, if two objects with different masses collide, will their movement, which is their reaction from the collision, be different? It says it can be different, so be different. What do you believe? If two objects with different masses, so now we got our question, which means now we can move on to making our claim. So our claim must answer this question right there. Our claim has to answer this question. So we got a question. If two objects, and I put objects with different masses collide, will their movement or their movements, I'm going to put as movements, be different? What do you guys believe? If two objects with different masses collide, their movements will be different, or if two objects with different masses collide, their movements will be the same. So think about the lab. Think about the foot and the soccer ball. Think about your hand and the table. Think about the slingshot and the two masses you had there. Think about the 10-pound ball and then your mass. Think about the balloon. Think about the clay ball and the ping pong ball. So think about all of those things. And what do you believe is the truth? Okay. So you need to make a claim based on that last lab. So you can go back and look at the lab on pages 17 through 22 and look at the different data that you got. What do you believe is the answer to the question based on the data? That's how you're going to come up with your claim. And then you're going to start using your actual data from the actual lab as evidence. That's as far as we're going to take it for today. On Monday, we will start looking at the evidence and seeing which are the ones that you want to select. All right, y'all. Peace. And if you notice, we're doing the exact same thing that we did with the alien dad. Yo, come up with the question, answer it with the claim, and then pick evidence out of all the evidence that we have. Which evidence do you believe best supports your claim? All right, y'all. Peace.